Democrats demanding an investigation into this statement by President Trump yesterday. Just hours before the president announced his 90-day tariff pause, he posted this on Truth Social saying, "This is a great time to buy," and he signed his initials, DJT. Now, his official announcement later sparked a market surge. But one of the president's top political rivals, the Democratic Senator Adam Schiff of California, is now demanding an investigation.
The question is, who knew what the president was going to do? And did people around the president trade stock knowing the incredible gyration the market was about to go through?
All right, now as it relates to congressional stock trading, that has been the center of debate for years. At least half a dozen bills have been introduced to ban or restrict members of Congress from playing in the market, or buying and selling stocks, really. But nothing has become law. Right now, legislators are governed by the Stock Act of 2012. It requires members of Congress to report any trades worth more than $1,000 within 45 days. Only one congressperson has reported trades since President Trump's tariff announcement on April 2nd, 8 days ago. That is the Georgia Republican, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has been disclosing trades basically within 2 to 3 days, despite the 45-day period allowing to report trading. Now, in terms of total trading volume, the Congresswoman came in at just over $1 million, putting her well behind the New Jersey Democrat Josh Gottheimer, who led the way. And according to stock tracker Quiver Quantitative, his trades have totaled some $75 million in 2024. By the way, Democrat Nancy Pelosi was second, just shy of $40 million. Now, from required public filings, Marjorie Taylor Greene made 19 trades in the 2 days after April 2nd. All were purchases between $1,000 and $15,000. The Congresswoman purchasing stock in major tech companies like Amazon, Dell, and Apple. She also invested in Lululemon, UPS, FedEx. Now, stocks that have gained the most for Greene include Restoration Hardware, Lam Research, and Dell. Stocks that have declined include Nike and Lululemon. With me now, Mick Mulvaney, back with us once again, former congressman, by the way, and Adam Hodge, former communications director over at the DNC. Hello to you both.
Hey, man.
This became a thing because Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said any member of Congress who purchased stock in the last 48 hours should probably disclose that now, Mick.
Let me give quickly both sides of it, okay? Insider trading is illegal. It was illegal for members of Congress before the Stock Act. It's illegal now. There was a 60 Minutes piece out about 10 years ago that suggested it wasn't illegal. It's absolutely illegal. That being said, there is a law that said that when I was in the executive branch, I could not trade in individual equities. Congress passed that law, so they made a different rule for everybody else in the government that applies to them. So, look, I think they should stop because it just looks wrong. Any lawyer who's watching this knows there's a principle called the appearance of impropriety.
Doesn't pass the smell test.
It doesn't look good. It's not illegal, but they shouldn't be doing it.
And especially at moments with this much volatility in the market, people are going to start asking who knew what when.
Yeah.
That you saw that in 2008 with the financial crisis. You saw that during the COVID pandemic when you had fluctuations in the market. This happens from time to time, and I think members of Congress should do what most, and in the administration we had to do. You put it into blind trust. You have no idea what's happening.
It's not even blind trust. You could buy widely held mutual funds, for example. You can still participate. It's not necessarily a blind trust. But you're absolutely right. There's so little credibility or faith in the institution right now. This just makes things worse.
And to be clear, we bring up the Congresswoman because she has publicly announced, like, I bought these, and you can make the case, good on her for announcing it quicker than anyone. And I got to imagine there's going to be a lot more coming here that we're going to find out, oh, lawmaker X or, Congresswoman Y, whoever they are, was flipping stocks during all this volatility.
That's right, and Mick makes a great point about the trust in government, right? I mean, you have members of Congress who were on the phone with the president the night before, and then the day of, hours before he announced his tariff rate, he has a tweet or a truth about, like, buy stocks, it's going up. That breeds a lot of distrust within the government of people thinking like politicians.
I could say no. I could say I wouldn't have done it, but that's not how Donald Trump works, right? And I doubt very seriously he was trading stock. I mean, that's not the point. The point is there's enough reasons right now for Americans not to trust Congress. Why give them an extra one? Why would you want to trade in stocks? I mean, there's plenty of things you could do for a living other than being in Congress. If you are banned from buying stocks, if that really makes you not want to be in Congress, then don't come to Congress. So like, it's a very small ask for them to simply stop doing it.
By the way, there are folks who track Nancy Pelosi's portfolio.
And she does great.
She does better than great.
Yeah.
Her portfolio performance in 2024 is up 71%. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.